Well, my name's Ron Mitchell. I worked for OPG for close to 38 years. And over 30 of those years, I worked in developing personal protective equipment.
Sir, what brings you out to the mask protest here today?
Well, I heard what was going on here, and I thought I'd come down, and if somebody wanted a little bit of different information, I might be the guy who can supply it, because I worked in personal protective equipment for a little over 30 years. And one of the things I worked on was masks. I worked in the nuclear industry, and, you know, the plastic suits and the hoods and all the stuff. I'm part and parcel of developing all of that stuff. So I have a good insight on this mask thing too. And basically what the people are wearing, as you know, is probably maybe 3 different masks. So maybe we'll start with the dust mask, which most people can buy at Canadian Tire or Home Depot, places like that. Well, you stick one of them on your face. They fit reasonably well, right? And I remember wearing them at that time, and I had a little bit of trouble breathing. And I thought, well, it must be the mask I'm breathing through. So I got a tube, did my own little experiment, stuck it up in the breathing zone on my fellow that I worked with, and had an oxygen meter on it. And after about 3 or 4 minutes, the oxygen level dropped from 20 down to 19, down to about 18 and a half. So what was causing me to breathe deeper was my body was starting to react to the fact that I didn't have enough oxygen in it. So it made me breathe. The same as when you yawn, right? People think it's because you're tired. You yawn because you're lacking in oxygen. That's the reason why you yawn. So I found that out with the dust mask. Now these other 2 masks, the N95 one that a lot of people are wearing, and the cotton ones, you don't have that problem of oxygen deprivation because there's too many air vents and holes around. But you put the N95 mask on, right? They say it goes down, it will collect the virus size, which is around 1 micron or smaller in size. Like a dust mask collects 3 to 4 microns in size, and everything else will go through it, right? Well, this mask will do that, but the problem is wearing these masks are not meant for the purpose of protecting you from a virus and that, because when you stick it on your face, there's a couple people wear glasses. They'll tell you, well, if you don't put it in the right spot, it fogs your glasses up, right? Well, the reason why it fogs your glasses up, because when you breathe out, the carbon dioxide worm goes up over your glasses and fogs them. And I say to people, I said, well, what happens when you breathe in? It comes down through there. When you got one of these N95 masks on, I would say roughly 70% of the air that you're breathing in your lungs is not going through the mask. 30% or less is actually going through the mask. So tell me again what is protecting you from the virus. Because the air is going down by your nose, in the 2 big open holes in your cheeks, and a couple of holes down here. So the virus is bypassing the mask, right? Now these other ones that people are wearing, and people are producing this, is these cotton ones, right? I'll just tell you how well they work. See that bank over there? If you took the whole wall out, and you went over and stood on the edge of the sidewalk with a baseball, and you said, can I throw that through that big opening, right? So take the baseball as the virus, and take the open part of the building as the cotton mask. That's how easy the virus goes through it. That's how easy. And if you cough or sneeze into that thing, it goes right through it. It may slow it down from going 8 feet to 6 feet, but it's still all going through it, right? So virtually these masks that people are wearing virtually don't do anything for you, right? The reason why they're mandating everybody to wear this, because everybody's assumed to have the coronavirus, because it makes no purpose, right? So they're telling everybody to wear it. Most people don't realize that, but they're doing this because they're assuming everybody's got the virus. So if you had one of these N95 ones off and you have to cough or sneeze and you had the virus, obviously it's going to stop the projectile maybe going 6 or 7 feet, but some of it will go through and the rest will come out around the side. It really will. So it's really not working for that very well either, right? So a lot of people are being misled in this, right? And one of the main reasons why we got these masks, I hate to say it, but you know the election is going on in the United States? They want that guy out of there, right? So they're doing everything possible. So the more that they can keep this nonsense going, it keeps the people from going out and actually voting, right? This is what to do.
So just back to your work and what you research and development you did. Can you tell me a little bit about the seal around the face and how that works, especially with facial hair?
Right, I'll give you an example. There's a Comfo mask. It's a rubber mask. Most people have seen them. Painters quite often use it with cartridges screwed in. Okay. We have fit tests in the nuclear plant for guys when they put these masks on. You have to be clean shaven, and they do seal very tight to your face. We stick these guys in the chamber with a gas, and it measures it. So if the mask is leaking, you know it's leaking, right? And so when I was there, tritium is the radioactive component of the isotope of water. So you can't go in the reactor building because the air that's in there is radioactive. So you have to wear a plastic suit under certain conditions, or if the level's low enough, you can wear a comfortable mask with a cartridge screwed in it. Well, the cartridge you screw in, it's called the Mitchell tritium cartridge, because I developed that. Right. So I know a lot about masks. So the rubber mask, if you put one of these rubber comfortable masks on and clean shaven and sealed, had a proper cartridge, then it would protect you from all the viruses and everything else. But all this paper stuff and crap that people are wearing, don't do one thing. Don't do one thing.
So on that note that it's actually named after you, can you just give me a brief summary of your name and what your background is, what you helped develop, sort of your credentials?
Well, my name's Ron Mitchell. I worked for OPG for close to 38 years. And over 30 of those years, I worked in developing personal protective equipment. The plastic suits, the hoods, welding suits, you know, the work boots that you guys buy, and the white tag, it stands for electric shock resistant. I drew that tag because I did the work for those boots. Masks, that mask I developed. Measuring devices to measure tritium in the building, it's called a diffusion sampler. I developed that. But it takes, like the diffusion sampler took me over a year just to do that one project.
Wow, that's great. Thank you for sharing your expertise. And do you have any questions or any sort of message you'd like to target toward maybe Lynn Noseworthy or our elected officials, town council?
The problem is with these people that get in these positions of blabbering off, what I would like to tell the general public, instead of spending so much time listening to these political hacks and these people that are put in certain positions with power that really haven't got a clue what's going on, instead of listening to them, start doing a little bit of research. Read the other side of the page instead of just the front page. I tell everybody that all the time.
If you like this story and you'd like us to continue bringing you the other side, please share this video and like and subscribe.